Time for another round of Share or Shock. And Dennys is in the hot seat today.
Yeah, I forgot.
Strapped him up to the electric chair.
We will
Shock you.
Yeah.
Shock you.
Okay.
Try to get that chant going with you.
Here's the name of the game. There are 3 questions he has got to face off against. If he refuses to answer any of them, he gets an electric shock supplied by the bird. Okay.
I got it on tight, too.
Oh, yeah, real tight.
And I got it up high.
High and tight.
Getting all kinds of submissions here. People have got a lot of suggestions on what to ask Dennys here to try to stump him. So I will go with one of the listener-submitted questions here.
All right.
They want to know how often and how much weed does Dennys smoke each week?
Oh, each week.
Yeah.
Putting it under the microscope.
Yeah.
Really put a light on your addictions.
Yeah, let me see.
Be specific and give us numbers we can understand in layman's terms.
I don't know if you've ever told anybody
How much I actually...
Yeah. Because people probably just
Habitually.
imagine like you're just constantly just have a doobie hanging out of your mouth. And
Yeah, well, I have time. So when I do smoke a lot continuously, but I have times where I don't smoke.
Yeah.
So during the mornings before the show, any of that stuff, I definitely do not smoke. So when I get off work and I'm home, then I definitely smoke. And let's see. So I've been on the concentrates a lot. I have a pen in rotation as well, and I have a little bit of weed as well.
what is a concentrate for people who don't know, like me?
So concentrate, they'll take
Focus really hard on what he's saying, Kevin.
I'm trying.
They'll take the flour, which could be anywhere between 10% and 28%
And again,
THC.
for people like me that don't know, what is flower?
The flower is the green part, the
the
weed.
bud of the plant.
Yeah. Okay.
The part that the people smoke.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, any normal bud can be 10 to 28% THC. So if you take a bunch of that and you concentrate it down through a process they use either by pressing it or using some sort of oils, you can get up to about 80 to 90%.
Wow.
So
Okay,
it-
wow.
It really is a concentrated.
It's like turbo weed.
It's like
Yeah, that's what it is.
it's not your grandma's weed.
it really bumps it into another
This
category.
ain't for the glaucoma.
But there's debate on what's better, taking a one big hit of the concentrate like that and then not smoking for a little bit, or constantly hitting the flower.
That's why I switched to it.
Yeah,
because
I think medical professionals would tell you better do one boom concentrated than
it really,
multiples.
in my opinion, is the way to go.
Yeah.
Now that's if you only do one concentrate.
Yeah. So, I mean, I try to keep it a rip of concentrate. I try to do 2 an hour.
2 an hour. Okay, 2 rips an hour.
2 rips an hour because it's very concentrated. If we're doing normal bud, I could probably, an eighth would last me maybe 3 days. And maybe even only 2.
Okay, let's say we're working on a song for the morning show.
So
what's going to happen during that?
That adds a dynamic because that
adds a
can easily
dynamic.
jump to 4 an hour.
And now you're feeding 2 babies, not one.
That jumps up to a quarter.
It's different when you're working on projects, Ken.
But I'm a pretty chronic smoker, so geez. So once I'm done for the day and I'm not doing anything as far as going out, it's pretty much I will smoke all the way until I go to bed. I try to cut off about 30 minutes before bed, just so that I don't wake up with any sort of. Not that it really
Strange
would.
neighbors.
Yes, I'd still take it to that extreme.
But big misconception, Dennys does not touch this stuff during the morning show ever.
Yeah.
At work, he keeps that separately. Because, Dennys must be high. He didn't pick up the phone.
Dennys is over there juggling like 8 jobs.
That's why just
So-
during the show it's a little hectic. Plus, as just from being a chronic user, some people, man, they just all day, nonstop. I find I need a little disparity in there. I like to feel the effects, and then I like them to wear off, and then I like to feel them again.
Right.
If you keep it continuously going, you almost can't even sense the effects anymore. You're
I
just
need
kinda
off the
naturally-
merry-go-round every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try that. That's a bit. Maybe it's just a recent routine I've been into is trying to split it up a little bit, just because I'm trying to get back to that.
Yeah.
You got to dry out to get it wet.
If I said, hey, you're
right. It's a great way of putting it.
Oh, I could have probably done a different analogy.
I loved it.
If I said that you were going on a week-long retweet, 7 days. Retweet, yeah. For some reason, Twitter took over my brain. If you're doing a retreat
For 7 days.
7 days, how much marijuana products would you take with you?
So I would probably buy a ½ ounce for that.
Okay.
And that is just so I could roll as many, joints as I want. You would be covered, ½ ounce, and then I bet you that would be easy to finish.
Okay.
If I was buying concentrates for 7 days, I would probably need 3 grams.
But we're making 2 folk albums.
So if we're incorporating music into that, I need
in
5
the mountains,
grams.
and there's lots of Buddha statues.
Oh my gosh! I mean, at that point, you may never get us
So
back.
if you're working on music, the number does go up.
Okay.
It really does.
All right. Now we know.
But yeah, I mean, I would be an average to heavy user, I'd say. I would be above average to heavy, I would say, is
Okay.
where I'd probably sit as a chronic smoker.
Okay.
On Saturday,
Are you above or below Snoop Dogg?
I'd have to be below Snoop Dogg because he's got the legend behind him. But
Yeah.
I mean, if it came down to smoking joints, I could probably smoke just as many as Snoop Dogg a day. I mean, I can. I've switched
can
my
do it.
tactics.
Yeah. You could hang with Snoop.
I definitely. I think if you put me and him in the same room, he would say that I am no schlep.
Okay. All right.
He would go, all right, this
Okay.
guy knows how to smoke.
All
Okay.
right.
Snoop Denny Dens.
Same with a Willie Nelson. I mean, I could hang. I've seen the numbers these guys put out. And
You could do it.
I could do it. Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's definitely
impressive. Okay, that's good to know. that
I'm
you
on
got
the
that kind of power in
concentrates.
here.
I wouldn't doubt if Snoop was on concentrates these days.
You
too.
could almost say Denny's is bragging right now.
I like this though. I like
But
it very.
he's backing it up with numbers.
Yeah.
He's qualifying.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking about how much I spend and how much I smoke on average. And yeah, I mean,
He's putting thought into his answer.
Yeah, this is good. We're getting right into the truth.
yeah, we're getting down to it. But I like the concentrates. I feel there's almost at this point, is there even a ceiling these days? You know,
Yeah.
I could probably just keep going.
All they're doing is going to a lab. Going, how can we make him higher?
It is. It really is.
Okay, all right. You've answered that listener question. Virginia has got your next question. You still got 2 more to get through here in Share or Shock Dennys.
Are you ready?
All right, Virginia.
Okay. Aside from your beautiful pregnant wife, Jen, who gives birth when? In May?
Yes, anytime in May. First pregnancy could be at the early May.
Aside from Jen, who is the last woman that you know personally that you had lustful thoughts about?
Before Jen, let's see.
Yeah.
Recently.
Recently.
Yeah. The
And it's
last woman that you had lustful thoughts about, and especially if she's like a coworker, we definitely want that name.
So it has to be a person
Who is
who
some,
isn't famous.
who yes,
Right.
who you fantasize about recently? That's not Jen.
Just remember, Jen could hear this.
Yes, it's
She's
true.
pregnant.
She's pregnant. She's got emotions through the roof.
So
Yeah.
many hormones.
Just constant chaos with the emotions.
constant chaos with the emotions.
How's that going, by the way? Because I remember when I was as pregnant as she is, I was a train wreck.
Yeah. Jen's cool because she's pretty self-aware when it comes to that. She'll recognize. She'll ask, "Is this something that is irrational or rational?" So I do.
Okay.
I think that's a great. Because she'll say something and she goes, "Am I being irrational or is this rational?" Because I'm in
feel
I'm in
crazy.
third trimester now.
I feel
so-
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of things make her feel crazy, even simple decisions, which you wouldn't think would evoke such insecurities. But yeah, I think it's with the hormones pumping through her, she really does feel those tenfold.
I'm not hearing an answer.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Bird's
yeah.
ramping up. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Just shock me.
Ah, I got the
You guys want to
shock.
sing songs?
Three.
The very bottom button.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
That's
shut-
it, dude. What are you doing? I saw what number you set that.
Oh, man.
Here's where you need to give a reaction, Dennys. Otherwise, he's going to keep doing it.
You gotta get because this thing doesn't work sometimes. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I saw you flip it to 8.
I'm shocking you, dog.
What are you doing?
I thought there was gonna be a countdown. You guys count down.
I thought I counted.
There was no countdown.
You just went
Damn.
after it.
That's your friend.
Yeah,
Maybe you did. I don't know. It was all
definitely counted
blur.
down. Be quiet, Virginia.
Okay, you've got one more question here in Share or Shock. Dennys, you've answered one. You got shocked on the other. And Bird has got our third and final question.
I pride myself on getting the shock. If
Yeah.
I don't, I feel like we've really.
The shock's where it's at. But that weed info is cool.
I think I got something you're not going to answer.
And Bird knows me.
I have introduced you to a lot of people in my personal life, family members, close friends, there's one person specifically you can't stand, and you rant about this person in a Dennys style.
Is it Suits?
Who is the no? It's the one we work with. Who is the person that you can't stand in my personal circle of family/friends? What's their first and last name?
Or whatever, just shock me. We don't need the song.
We will.
He knows I'm not going to
shock
answer
you.
that.
And Dennys likes everybody. He's not like this person. All right, 3, 2,
Oh, yeah, all right.
1. Okay.
All right, very nice.
Oh,
So we know
God.
what
Good
he
job,
really will not answer.
Dennys.
People coming together, thinking of questions.